Remember to practice your social distancing.
We again interrupt our regular programming to bring you the second COVID-19 edition of our vlog. For those of you at home practicing social distancing or stuck at home cooking because the restaurants are closed, we're going to show you how to make a very simple but yummy dish, the Korean hot pot, called Budae Jjigae. Here's a mouth-watering preview. Now, let's show you how it's made. Welcome back to Chasing the Sun. I'm Eric.
And I'm Janie.
This is our second week practicing social distancing and staying at home. So instead of going to restaurants and such, we are staying at home and making really yummy food on our own. So this week, we'd like to share with you a recipe that we really love,
Which is Korean hot pot. And when we were in Korea, I was so inspired to come home and make this dish. But because of the isolation, I just made up something that whatever I can find in the fridge and be creative with it. So I just want to share with you how I made it, and we're gonna review our own food and see how good that is.
Yep, so don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button down below. And if you have any great ideas for home cooking during these hard times, please share with us on the comments also.
What should I make for tonight? Okay, this is what I have. I know what. I'm gonna make kimchi hot pot. Have some leftover cabbage. It's perfect for kimchi hot pot. Enoki mushroom. Oh, perfect. Leftover onion. Tofu. You gotta have tofu. Gotta have this for the kimchi broth. Of course, kimchi. You gotta have rice cake and instant noodles. I have in the hot pot so far, as you can see, the cabbage, Tokyo Negi, that's what they call it. It's a mixture between green onion and leeks. There's onions, mushrooms, Enoki mushrooms, and they're pretty. And I'm gonna cut up this spam and then put on top of it, and also the noodles. All the ingredients that we have for dinner tonight. Later on, I will make the kimchi broth and then put it in this hot pot, and then we're gonna put it on a portable stove. Wait until it heats up, and then wait until everything cooks in this pot, and then we can eat. My soup base basically was the chicken broth and just water and chicken broth. And now I added this paste into it. Korean hot pot is actually really great, thing to have. It's really easy to make. You can do whatever version you like. This is my version. Whatever I can find in my fridge, I just throw them all in the hot pot, pretty much. And it's simple. It doesn't require too much cooking. This pot here can easily serve like four people, 5 people, I guess. There's lots of Oh my god, it looks so good. I'm getting so hungry. I can't wait. There we go. I can't wait. Voila! Look at this. This is my simple Korean hot pot, so I hope you can make your own version and maybe share with us.
Really yummy.
Also, I just want to share one more thing with you is that there's many brands of kimchi out there, and I tried many different types already, but so far I landed one that I really like, which is this brand, Chongga Mat kimchi. This is one of the brands that I find is like, it tastes just perfect in my opinion. You know, is the kimchi itself is not too salty, but and the cabbage itself is not too soft, so it's just perfect. So I really like this brand.
So some of my favorite things in kimchi hot pot and Korean hot pot is the rice cake, for sure, my favorite.
Rice cake.
And instant noodles and Spam. You know, it doesn't sound too healthy. It probably isn't. I'm not claiming that it's super healthy food here, but it's really yummy and very good for the soul. Especially if it's cold out, you have this nice spicy pot of kimchi and Spam and noodles, all some really yummy, soul fulfilling food. So yeah, try it at home yourself.
What I like in this hot pot is, you know, the tofu. I like the soft tofu, shiitake mushroom, and the enoki mushroom, noodles, instant noodles, and the Spam. This is actually my first time trying putting the Tokyo Negi in here. It's actually really good. I don't mind it in the hot pot actually. I actually really like the broth I made. The spiciness of it and the what I put in there, in my opinion, I think it's just perfect because I love spicy food, and the spice and of this soup broth, it's just so perfect and it's so good.
For those of you who are curious about the history of this dish, it's very interesting. It's actually called Budae Jjigae, which in Korean translates to army base stew. And how that came about is after the Korean War, they made this with all the smuggled food and the surplus food from the US Army base. They would throw pretty much anything that they can find from that, and that's one of the main reasons why Spam was introduced, because Spam is not a typical Korean thing, it's from the US. That's how Spam got into this very Korean dish. And it survived post-war. It was a very kind of poor and impoverished dish. But after that, after the war, it still continued on. And now, modern day, they like to enjoy it with beer or alcohol as a late night snack, and sometimes lunch with the students. So yeah, there's lots of places in Korea that will serve this. A few in Vancouver, if you're in town.
Cheers.
Cheers to social distancing. So we hope you enjoyed this week's vlog, especially this recipe. I know I did, and Janie did, and our older daughter Caitlin did. Wait, where is she? Anyways, the recipe is in the description below, so check it out. And remember, during these times of social distancing, do your part to flatten the curve. Wash your hands, stay home, because it's not that bad.
Also, don't forget to like our video and subscribe for more upcoming food and travel adventures.
The recipe is in the description, so check it out. And remember, during this time of social isolation, so we hope you enjoyed this week's video and this recipe. I know we did, Janie did, and our... Anyways, the recipe is in the description, so check it out. And remember, during this time of social isolation, I said it right?
Social isolation. You said it right, but you stop yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk slower. And remember, during this time of social isolation.